Will Smith don't slap like this. This the new wave. Why you always on this head? Shit, I'm too paid. Talking like they got the juice. It was Kool-Aid. Throw the whole cup away. If you got a boss, you not a boss. Stay the fuck away. Keep your little trash deal. Before I sign to y'all, I'll overdose on Advil. Stop playing with me. We done came a long way from turf grass and canopies. They calling me genius. Used to be insanity. I'm him now. Let them bridges burn. I can swim now. Big fish, I got a fin now. Huh? Big fish, he got a fin now. Fin now.
One of the blessings and curses of being a music fan is the fact that there's always more music to hear. Artists are literally appearing daily with social media and streaming platforms, and it can be overwhelming to keep up. So today, we're going to do our part by showcasing a few up-and-coming artists in hip-hop you might want to keep your eyes on this year. And at the end of the video, we'll feature a freestyle face-off displaying their skills on the mic. So go find your favorite seat, chill out, and enjoy the video, cause who knows, one of these guys may just become your new favorite rapper. Translee.
God, what the business is. You know I'm not a man of many words or many sentences. I know you got a lot up on your plate, you gotta tend to biz. First, let me thank you for my life and how I'm living it. I know it's not about how we all start, it's how we finish it. You going against all these false idols, false witnesses. I know you look at us like we a long way from Genesis. But let me ask you something for a second. Can you picture this? The whole world's dealing with anxiety that's limitless. Cell phones misdirecting where we put our emphasis. I gotta take a stand every time I really sit with this. They spending our retirement and slashing all them benefits. The rising cost of healthcare, our dentists be our nemesis. Prison gotta reach a quota, they don't care, we innocent. That's period, no comma, semicolons or parentheses. The missiles going to Israel, that's just another business trip. I drained my PTO, so I got to work at 10 to 6. I almost got fired for bringing weed up on the premises. Addiction's really crazy how we risk it all for getting lit. I'm asking God, please send a sign when it's getting fixed. My prayer life ain't the best, so I really hope you get in this. Yep.
Translee is a rapper fueled by positivity, both inside and outside the music. He's the co-founder and CEO of the Inner Peace Outer Glow initiative and the co-founder of the Plant Some Peace initiative too. His music is fueled by uplifting topics as he often discusses his place in the world through a conscious lens.
I'm asking God if I'm making the moves I'm supposed to make. My expectations I put on myself for overweight. See, I was in it for money when I first came out, but I done seen the richest people blow their brains out. The pressure sometimes get hard to handle. You get into your feelings, it chop you like a sample. Trying to tackle social media, it hit you with the scramble. Algorithm got us all living out.
Here's him on the 85 South show in 2021, talking about what inner peace means to him.
That's the thing. It's a constant journey. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you can find it and then keep it for like the rest of your life. You know what I mean? But it's just being cognizant of, you know, if you're not in that space, to always be kind of seeking it, because that way, you know, you'll let a lot of things go. Like, you know, it's simple things like road rage. You know what I mean? Like that things can get you upset and just off your game. Somebody cutting you off, and that comes from a deeper space in you that, you know, if you just don't have that inner peace, it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? You know, it's just like simple things in life that can change the course of your day. You know, and it's like once you find that inner peace, you know, you can, you know, live
prosper,
better. Yeah,
level up.
Translee signed to T.I.'s Grand Hustle label in 2017. With him being on Grand Hustle, it's only right he had a song with T.I., which was a hit for him years ago.
Myself from all the constraints, social media and weed, alcohol, sex addiction and greed is looking like a new Leezy to me. I'm blessed up, been running my checkup. How you beefing? You ain't never had you a life insurance or a checkup. Get your self-respect up. Been drowning in bullshit from the neck down to the neck up, and still found a way to be next up. Like what? This the new subculture in rap. It's called being real, no matter what's going on in the trap, and being unapologetically black. These are facts. Deleting my Waze app, using only God for the maps. More facts. Meanwhile, the gatekeepers in rap only getting more lax. We could learn from Mufasa. Need to move faster. For they sons a new chapter. Open up the Black Panther in our blood. I'm more Malcolm than Martin, I'm sorry. Nat Turner and a Garvey. It's a war in our own backyard, so I ain't going to the...
Now here's him talking about how this connection came to be on Sway in the Morning in 2017.
Actually,
let's rewind back. I met Tip. Shout out to my manager Chris Hunter, man. Him and Tip actually had the same barber, Amber, and
Wow.
And like last summer he sent. He gave my project, which it wasn't even out yet, but he gave it to Amber and said, "Hey, give it to Tip or somebody around him, or whenever he comes to get a cut, don't pressure him, just do that, whatever." So Tip's cousin Javon listened to it, gave it to Tip. Literally, they was calling us back within 2 days, like, "Yo, Tip want to meet you."
Oh, wow.
And to me, that's always been a goal of mine, because to go back to the Kendricks and the Coles of the world, they've all been stamped by people from influential coasts. You know, Kendrick, Dre, Cole, Jay, you know what I'm saying? And it's like in the South, me coming from the South, there's no bigger stamp than Tip. There's no bigger stamp than that. Some artists may come along and be hotter at the moment, but there's never been an artist really bigger than Tip in the South. So it's like to have that stamp is really it's really put like the fire behind me, man. So I'm rolling.
It's crazy.
Translee's music and brand go hand in hand as he continues to reflect positivity through his life and his music. LaRussel. Okay, we realize LaRussel is an artist you might already be familiar with. He's built quite the reputation for himself with his Good Company brand, which promotes other artists from the Bay, and, of course, his genuine heartfelt music showcases his love for the Bay in every way. In multiple cases, dance crews from the area are showcased in the visualizers LaRussel puts out for his music. With his Good Company imprint, they've regularly held backyard residency performances and also don't charge any of their artists for services. LaRussel was also just on NPR's Tiny Desk series in November, so success has come and will continue to come to him.
Should've signed to Nas, I got mass appeal. My annual expenses is $500,000, plus $500,000, and I ain't have a deal. From the concrete grew into a daffodil. I'm still slanging CDs and MP3s till I got more past than MPC. Go by Young LT from NSV, independent, bigger than a 10XT. I still rap and hustle like my pockets on empty. Life give me lemons, squeeze and make simply. To put it simply, the labels couldn't pimp me. I done pulled more strings than a symphony. Fresh off the block, I popped, I'm getting wop. I made 6 figures direct instead of flop. 4,000 sales on even, still pushing. Got me in them captain seats with leather cushions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. Just for dinner, I use to hold my stomach. I've been grinding since Chris Brown made Run It. My show fee $250,000. Run it.
While not as conscious as our other entries, LaRussel's music is still lyric-based. But there's a fun flair that comes with it. Here's him speaking with California radio legend Big Boy about the backyard concerts in 2024.
Backyard residencies, when I see everything that you put up, I'm like, people, I'm telling you, LaRussel, and you know it too, man, people don't want to work that hard.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And people not thinking outside the box. A lot of people, so it's got to be not easier, but it's got to be kind of easier for you to compensate because you doing what others won't do. You know what I'm saying? Like the backyard residency. When I saw you building that stage, I was like, what the fuck is he about to do?
Shoveling dirt.
Yeah. So
out there
explain the
shoveling
backyard
dirt.
residency for those that don't know.
Man, we built a venue in my backyard. You know, I had through a show in Oakland, and it was like my first time implementing Proud to Pay. I was really like new to like, man, I'm gonna allow people to pay what they want for the experience. And I remember the owner called me like the day of the show or day before and was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm taking a chance on just a bunch of negativity after the show's coming up. And I was just like, the feeling that he put in me about what I was building made me feel so sour that I was like, man, I'm never going through that again. I'm finna build my own venue.
I heard
that. Very next day, I was like, man, we flipping the backyard. I talked to my mom, and the next day we was back there with dirts and wheelbarrows and shovels.
Hey, man, when you say you talk to your mom, what does that mean?
I went to my mom and said, hey, we finna flip the backyard so I can throw
Is this
shows
her
back
house?
Here. Yep.
I didn't know it was mom's house, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Because I remember at one point on social media, you were just talking about the dream of it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, go ahead, man.
It's my childhood home.
It's the childhood.
It's my childhood home.
And just for that, I know there's got to be like a ring of protection that's around that too, where I'm pretty sure nothing goofy happens.
Man, the whole community, the whole hood, it really is that. It's a safe zone, and it's crazy because before I did that, I was like writing. I always write things in my notes of like what I want. And it was like in my head a lot during that time. It was like, man, you need to build a money tree. You need to plant a money tree. And you know, I went and got an actual money tree, like a bonsai plant, right? Not thinking, but it was like my backyard is my money tree.
Yeah, it is.
I could wake up any day. I could get on right now and say, I'm gonna do a show in the backyard tomorrow, and it's sold out. And I can go
what
get the
sell
money
out?
I need.
How many people?
I could fit 250 back there.
Hey man, you know what's crazy about that, bro, is when you say backyard residency, right? That's another way that I just think, because you said that the promoter made you feel a certain way. And it's crazy because I tell people as well, when something happened and we just went through something, I told my team, I said, remember what that felt like. So no one can make you feel like that again. Remember what that felt like. Yeah. And that's what I do, LaRussel. So I'll tap in, I say, and I even tell my producer, I say, man, remind me, or my wife, remind me what that feeling felt like, just in case. You know what I'm saying? But we wait on the promoter, the shows, you know, we wait on a residency, those kind of things, man. You're like, nah,
build it. All artists, like I completely changed the infrastructure totally, because generally as an artist, you have to wait to be booked. You gotta wait for these festivals to reach out. They may never. And I went around that. Like, I do direct bookings. I'm one of the only artists at my size that you could hit me straight
You be like,
and
hello?
say, hey, I got this, I got, you know, exactly. We picking up and we pulling up. And it's changed my career because I'm booked by the people. Generally, someone would have to wait for a Coachella or a Bottle Rock or one of them. I get booked by the people all year, and they treat me so well. Sometimes promoters will treat you like crap because they like, man, I just need you to sell these tickets. But the people who love you, oh man, they booking you and they taking care of you to the point, because it's bigger than the booking for them. They like, I really love you.
Yeah,
Them promoters don't love you. They just trying to figure out who's gonna sell them. That's it.
Yeah.
So we bypass that and go straight to the people, which led to the promoters wanting us, because they like, man, you building so much buzz. How could I not book you?
Right. Hey, man, that backyard residency.
Yeah.
That's
historic.
ridiculous, bro.
Historic.
Now, what about the neighbors? Yeah, because I would think, man, all the neighbors got to be down too, because you messing up street parking. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, LaRussel, please.
Oh God.
But how are the neighbors with you?
Man,
and everybody's living this dream with you too.
It's my childhood home. I grew up on this street, so it's like we've been here the longest. When new neighbors come, they like, bruh, that's LaRussel. Like, you know, we had a new neighbor recently, and his son be in the backyard with us. He on now. He be in the videos and everything.
Hey,
you
man,
know, the other neighbors on the fence, and it's everybody's welcome. Like, my neighbors is family. They like, if y'all want to come witness and observe, pull up.
Backyard. Have we ever heard of backyard residency before? Yeah.
This new. And it's crazy because throughout my journey, I've just taken things that's always existed in the hood but wasn't marketed as such. All while I was growing up, we was in the backyard.
Yeah,
booking.
man.
My parents always had people over in the backyard.
I was the backyard DJ.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We was doing comedy shows in the backyard, so it's always been that. I just made something that's always been marketable. It's the same with when we do offer based and proud to pay. We always been outside like, hey, this 20. If somebody say, hey, I ain't got 20, I got 15, I'm gonna take 15.
Right,
This has always been our thing. We just put marketing and branding around it.
Yeah, hey man, if this is that one thing.
And here he is on Sway in 2022. Talking about how he holds his team down.
So for the most part, I live by this ideology of demonstration speaks louder than conversation. I don't have to say nothing sometimes. I'm doing everything. So you see the motion, you understand what we doing. Like, there's no one who sees somebody in practice every day shooting 1,000 shots who's like, I don't believe in you, you know? But beyond that, when we start finally getting to a point where it's like, we need to figure out how we gonna make paper, I start splitting equity with my entire team. My pops, my daughter, just anyone who helped me owns a percentage of whatever they helped me on. So it's like, I could have gave you $200 up front this one time, but I'm gonna pay you for the rest of your life. And that's something we understand. My homies will never have to work again after this year. Like, that's the type of equity we built. My daughter's taking care of my mom, my dad. They own stake in something gigantic.
LaRussel is an artist with a good head on his shoulders and a big heart to go with it. By understanding the business side of music and the importance of authenticity to his branding and his music, it's no surprise so many people, both from and outside of his region, ride for him. Ohene Savant. Ohene Savant is far above the simple classification of rapper. The multi-instrumentalist, or as he calls it, multi-instrumentalist, filmmaker, and author wears multiple hats, which all contribute to the art he showcases to the world. Ohene Savant is in the realm of artists who put their music on Bandcamp, meaning anyone who supports him can support him directly instead of only finding his music via streaming services. In fact, he only has one song on Spotify at this present moment in time. There are also releases on his Bandcamp that aren't even on his YouTube channel. While not a household name, Ohene has gotten cosigns from people like Busta Rhymes, an obvious legend.
I love some of these new MCs too from the now generation. Like I'm a fan of I hope I'm saying his name right. This brother's name is Savant. He's like one of them underground MCs that is one of the most lethal MCs that I've heard in a long time.
Now, here he is chatting with two other legends in the game, Kid and Play, on their platform, The Funhouse, in 2024.
Yeah, you don't have to, we can make party music. I just don't have to kill you in the process of making the party music. Right. Like I don't have to shoot them in the head. I'm gonna shoot them in the head. I don't have to make that type of hook. You know what I mean? Like I could be teaching you something or I could be saying something and you might not even realize that there's some deeper message there. I don't think that music works like that. And we've had these conversations. From my perspective, and not just from my perspective, from actual science, sound affects you how it affects you. So when something connects with a person, it makes the hair on their arm and on their, and their body stand up. They get the chills, they get goosebumps. I make that type of music. I don't really focus on necessarily saying, oh, it's positive just to be positive. I'm not trying to make no corny. Yeah, I'm somebody that battle people on the streets. I roll up on people in ciphers and just battle you. Like, I'm serious about this hip hop. So it's not a situation where it's like, we're just making something that's gonna work for a certain audience. Now, it's quality music across the board. This is Bob Marley, this is Michael Jackson. When you think of Michael Jackson, his music is the best-selling music, period, but it still uplifts you and you walk away with something positive. Bob Marley is the same thing. It's the best-selling music, period, but it's still quality and it still has some substance. So what I'm advocating for is another Lauryn Hill, is another Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? And more of that. And also for Kid and Play, like for people that just don't want to hurt nobody. Like that's
Look, I gotta tell you,
Ohene Savant is a student of old school hip hop, so it's no surprise he did his own tribute to the hip hop rap artists that have passed across the years. By using their names to string together punchlines and more, the reverence he holds for them is clear.
Passed away, DJ Scott, LaRock, Jam Master Jay. I started with the DJs cause that's the way. We remember Tupac and B.I.G. before COINTELPRO made him D.I.E. February 15th, late 90s B, when we took a big L up in NYC, see? I remember Eazy-E, only 30 years old, did he need to leave? So many great moments they ain't even see. Wish he had a little longer like Elam Keith. Magoo dude, may you rest in peace. I hope you get a nice cipher in with Heavy D, him and ODB, to some dope JD. Freaky Ty do the ad-libs the whole way, G. 20 years, plenty years, Pop Smoke ain't see how Triple X left half folk angry. Don't you miss DMX, Miss Prodigy? Don't you miss how Fife used to ride the beat? Big pun with the quick tongue left too soon. While God took the mask off MF Doom, I wish Lisa never left die. Capital Steez can't believe how the best die. That's what it seems P&B had to take off. A lift off, gotta see a show with Bismarck for its start.
The creativity extends to other tracks in his discography, like Word Collage, where after an onslaught of syllable-packed verses, he speaks on the state of the world, which leads to a showcase of his instrument-playing abilities.
The killer beasts in the Middle East that be killing peace with their militaries and their guillotines over silly things like a hill of beans. Homicide to the little guy, genocide from the Pentagon. No, I cannot put the pen aside. Free Palestine and Lebanon. Stop with the drone and the bombs. Stop with the war in the Ukraine, Afghanistan and in Iran. Democrats and Republicans shake hands and make love again. And don't be a fool for the government. They be rich while you be struggling. In a minute they gon' finish everybody while we bicker and we argue. But if it isn't rich and powerful people, then nature gon' get rid of all.
Ohene has a very special connection that birthed his virtuosity with instruments. Here he is talking about it and a bit of his other origins on Sway in the Morning in 2016.
My background in music is very eclectic. Like, I grew up in the streets of Philadelphia, and at some point, my mother couldn't handle me. She got caught up in the crack epidemic, that was going on at the time, and she couldn't take care of me. I'm actually an only child, so she's, luckily I had some family members who lived in Ghana, West Africa. Now, here's the weird thing: the person who is now my father is my uncle. He raised me, so I call him my father. But what he did was he said to her, "Listen, let him come out to Africa with me. We can raise him and make sure that he gets a great education." And he happens to be a classical pianist. And he studied, he used to tour at the age of 4, prodigy, playing stuff like Mozart and Chopin. And so I grew up in a house in the era of hip hop, listening to cats like you, just the real MC era, But I'm in a house where they're playing everything from Wagner to Stravinsky, so, and then I'm around all of this very, very hardcore, musicality. Yeah. So when I came back to the States,
how old were you when you came back?
19.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I came back to the States, I was into sampling. I didn't actually, this is how the craziest thing, I didn't know what sampling was because I lived in Africa. And so people, I don't want to give that impression that we were just in the woods somewhere. It's very developed. You guys do this. Yeah. Yes. But when it came to hip hop, we just didn't know. So I was learning to play the stuff that Dr. Dre and people were doing musically. I was actually learning it this is bass line. I have to figure this out and these chords. And so I learned it that way. And then I found out they were sampling a lot of the stuff and doing interpolations. And I'm like, oh, well, now I know the instrument. Yeah. So I might as well just, use it. So I wanted to go beyond sampling and figure out, okay, we sampled these guys from Motown and Philly International. So what did they know that we don't know in hip hop? So I can, have that as part of my arsenal as a producer. So that's when I started studying Barry White and Marvin Gaye and Kenny Gamble and Isaac Hayes, Lamont Dozier, the records brothers. The things we're sampling. I'm looking at the credits,
right?
And I'm like,
that's so smart.
And I'm like, they got horns here, and I would go study the horn player that they had, and it just went from there.
And just play it yourself.
Yeah, I would figure out and because I was already around that musicality, I started playing at the age of 12 as far as piano. That's my main instrument.
Taught by your uncle, or did you actually go to class? No, I actually
self-taught because he didn't really, he wasn't into hip-hop. I'll keep that 100. He's in the classical, so he's like, what is this? He has an African accent. Quan, what is this? That type of thing. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, man, this is it. Hip-hop is everything to me. So I know he couldn't understand it. It was a generational thing. Yeah. But so he wasn't really into that. So I had to find a lot of that musicality on my own, but it influenced me either way.
If you know anything about classical music, you know the songs are often extremely long and have multiple parts, which are called movements. In 2019, Ohene released a track called Rap Opera, which is a 30-minute track where he raps and plays multiple instruments.
I can't find myself, lost in the middle of bland. Don't nobody play nowadays, all these digital bands. Ain't nobody musicians, no more lyrical cats. How can we go forward, onward, lest we go back? Don't nobody wanna be original when everyone thinking they bad. Rolling up on reinvented wheels cause it got chrome, don't mean it ain't jack. This that inner city culture, molded next to that crack. Those who couldn't play ball could find a solace in that. Finding knowledge in rap, while the cowards sit back and hide behind the familiar, scared to stare from the past. Won't dare to veer from that path. Year to year, the same tracks. Ear to ear, I can't have cause the fear of my peers, the fame rap. Now we gotta get back to the music, gotta give back to the youth. This product and factory movement expire.
Ohene Savant is clearly a multi-talented individual with a passion for music in all its forms. It will be interesting to see how he continues to showcase it. D1. D1 is another entry on our list, far above the classification of simply rapper. Let's start with the fact that, as of 2024, he's teaching a course at Tufts University titled The Intersection of Hip Hop and Social Change. Such an honor is something we see in the hip hop world regularly enough, but for someone like D1, who doesn't have worldwide recognition yet, it's an even bigger deal. D1 has also written a children's book titled David Found His Slingshot, which fuses an anti-bullying message with hip hop through a biblical lens. With the self-proclaimed motto of be real, be righteous, be relevant, D1 is an artist that lets his knowledge of the world, the classroom, and music all intersect across everything he pursues. Hip-hop purists may remember D1 for going viral years ago with his eye-catching track J50 and Wheezy, which was a lyrically driven narrative track, not a diss.
So if I grew up listening to all of y'all, from the block is how to get rich to Blueprint, I bought it all. I paid 20 for the block is how that Peaches Wayne, and Hove I bought volume 2 because I love money ain't a thing. Fifth, you had it locked in high school. You the reason I stopped buying Ja Rule. But I graduated from that train of thought, so that's why I'm here today. Not to fuss, but to talk. Here we go, look. 50, you a marketing genius and you stupid rich. Let's come up with a scheme and get a game of super fix. I seen you slaughter the careers of other men, but they were all brother men, so that's just another win for the other team. Entertainment is what it seems, but black on black hatred is the underlying theme. Paid, powerful, and popular, you got it all. Use that to fight the real enemy and make them fall. Other rappers might not understand, but so what? The game probably got them bending over doing a toe touch. It's f***ing them, so fifth, I know you got a heart. Homie, I don't doubt you, but trust the movement, gon' move on with or without you.
This track would lead to a record deal for D1, but he would leave the label and pursue a successful independent career that included him dropping multiple projects as well as creating his own label. One of his projects, He's the Christian, I'm the Rapper, was a collaboration with hip-hop Hall of Famer Murs, and found D1 discussing his faith, which ties in with his focus on creating music that keeps the stereotypical subjects of violence, drugs, and misogyny out of the music.
I don't care if Jesus is white or if he's black. All I know is Jesus is real and he's coming back. Color's just a tactic that people use to distract. But the Bible say don't argue with fools, so I don't react. Grew up in Catholic church taking communion with a smile. Been seeing pictures of white Jesus ever since I was a child. But then my Catholic priest got caught touching all over little guys. That messed me up when it happened. I was heartbroken inside. Mama went to the Baptist church on the other side of the street. I remember people catching the Holy Ghost falling off their feet. They told me Jesus was black. The pastor said that's a fact. Then that same pastor got fired for stealing money. That's where I realized everyone is crooked. Everybody lies. When people think they gods, they devils in disguise. Peace and love to all my sisters and brothers. Remember, follow Jesus for his character, not for his color.
Here's him talking on Sway in the Morning in 2023, where he dropped a lot of good things, but we'll just show you one that'll make you think.
In the name of cognitive dissonance, people are all sit back and just ignore what it is they're pushing, but want to celebrate that we're black and we're successful now. Successful at what cost? If you feeding your family of 4, but you've poisoned the minds of 4 million, is that worth it? That's not worth it, man. And that's a problem, yo. And that's how we look at it. I know if that means that I'm a hater, then call me a hater, all day. Cause I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I don't care. You call me a hater, so what?
And here's him talking on Nick Cannon's platform, Cannon's Class, in 2024.
Well, putting my music out directly to the consumers has been so lucrative. I've made easily over 6 figures.
Wow.
By putting my albums out directly to the people, allowing them to name their own price.
Right.
Because what happens is when I give people the option to name their own price, it's like, you know what? I love D's heart and his art. I'm about to drop a G with him, you heard me? I'm about to drop $1,000. This happens multiple times.
Offerings.
Literally, bro. Literally, you feel me? People dropping $500, dropping $100. And there's people who drop $10, you know what I mean? But whatever it is, I'm like, name your own price. If you really want the music, just come get it from me first. Eventually, I'm going to put it on the streaming platforms, but I'm going to take a L financially when I do that.
Right.
Because we get paid 1/3 of a penny. You know what I mean? For every stream we get.
1/3 of a penny.
It's a byproduct of the environmental circumstances that these artists and these fans are faced with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So because of that, when we look at hip hop, the thing is there's no standards for what's considered hip hop and what's considered not hip hop.
Right.
So we need standards if we want to preserve this culture. You can't tell me what hip hop culture is right now.
I mean, other than
and what's not hip hop culture?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
like what's the differentiation? What's the fine line?
Yeah, I mean, but I think isn't that part of the success of the fact that we have now grown to such way that hip hop is mainstream and everything is hip hop?
No, I think we got to be MVPs. You got to have morals, values, and principles when it comes to hip hop.
Morals, values, and principles.
Straight up. Without morals, values, and principles, hip hop will turn into whatever the corporate entities want it to turn into. Because they can manipulate your taste buds based on what they put the marketing dollars behind.
Right.
They can manipulate what artists will rap about because they'll say, well, we're going to incentivize artists to rap about the death and destruction of their own community, disrespecting their women, selling dope, you heard me, sipping lean, and we're going to incentivize artists for rapping about that. So 9 out of 10 artists are going to go wherever the bag is. So we got to make sure that peace is profitable.
So let's talk about that.
And positivity is profitable. That's what my generation, that's what it's our job to do, bro. And people like you and I, we successful, bro. And we didn't sell our souls to become successful. Right. I think we both got our own internal conscience that's like, dang, I feel like on a daily basis, I struggle with my sinful nature, or I struggle with my own vices and all that type of stuff. But at the core, we have a light about us that other people recognize from the outside. We make the decision if we want to dim that light to fit into our environment. But bro, what if we made the template for, young, black, white, everybody, brothers and sisters coming up? Listen, this is how I can prove to you that positivity is profitable and it's still cool, because we are 2 living examples of it. We don't have enough of that.
Yeah, let's go back to the frequency conversation.
Right. D1 is someone who has seen what the industry can do and has taken himself away from it. With education clearly a passion of his, he continues to spread the knowledge he's gained both inside and outside the music. PBD Grey is an artist you might know from his Vegan Thanksgiving freestyle series on social media.
Hey, come on, baby. It's time to eat, baby. Let's go. Every year we go litty. I got 2 words for you, baby. Vegan Thanksgiving. Been 6 years running in the city. It's November, man. Somebody tell me Mariah Carey. I'ma let her finish, but I got a fan about to touch down. Smother vegan turkey getting bust down. And the candy yams turn you to a mush now. Always be the non-vegan cousins up for seconds trying to duck down. Juice from the collards and the cabbage and my cornbread dressing. Cranberry sauce, straight pressure. Potato salad looking like the side of Mount Everest. Baked mac and cheese making everybody question, is this cheese? Sweet potato pies be the bee's knees. Trying to tell grandma she don't need meat, but she ain't trying to hear it. More for me, bitch, I ain't trying to share it. I got woo! Hey, let's go. I ain't messing with it. Let's go, baby.
An artist using their platform to showcase their eating lifestyle is something semi-rare for rap specifically, even though artists are known to name drop restaurants like Nobu in their verses. But for Grey, the vegan lifestyle is not just a flex, but a way of life for him. His brand, Plant-Based Drippin', hence the PBD in his name, has evolved from t-shirts and hoodies to regularly hosting events that include vendors, music, yoga, and more. Their annual Vegan Thanksgiving has been a big hit too. Plus, there's also his wife, Chef Nikki's Vegan House of Pancakes brand. PBD Grey wants people to know the vegan lifestyle is a good one. On the Holistic Conversations platform in 2023, talking about his transition to veganism and how that connected directly to his brand.
Well, I went vegan in 2016, in August. Nikki, my wife, Chef Nikki in the mix, she's like, we going vegan. I'm like, yeah, nah, you going vegan. I don't know about that.
Right.
You know, and then she started making these vegan meals and they didn't look vegan. And so I was like, damn, this shit is good. Or this is good. And then, you know, once I made the transition, I really seen how cool it was to be healthy again. Cause I had like this little gut I was trying to get rid of. And I didn't even go to the gym. I just stopped eating what I ate and the gut just fell off. I'm like, dang, I used to have high blood pressure. My blood pressure went down. I said, okay, this is pretty cool. So I'm like, man, how can we redefine health and make it cool again? So I'm like, and this was after I did the Vegan Thanksgiving freestyle. And I wanted an apparel brand to have that same effect that video did. Because the video was like, it was cool,
right?
But it was pushing the health message in a cool way. Same thing. So I sat at the table, I said, Nick, we got to come up with a shirt. I'm like, what about vegan swag? And she said, absolutely not. Just bury that underneath the dirt and don't ever bring it back up. So I'm like, man, what about plant-based dripping? I just came up with that. She's like, that's it.
Yeah.
I just put it on the shirt, boom. Dripping meaning overflowing with style and flavor. You got so much sauce, it drips everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Felt like I got my swag back when I went plant-based, so that's where it came from.
PBD Grey's music is also built on authenticity, with much of it having a clear-cut message. Here's a song he wrote in response to the constant oppression Black people face each and every day.
Take all this anger and make it legit to walk around with a banger. Go hit up them ranges, load up the Glocks and 40s and gauges, blaze them, let's get dangerous. All that posting and marching and speaking in tongues, let's speak their language. Teaching our daughters and sons to handle a gun, to aim at a racist. That Second Amendment protected this country was built off aggression. Let's match that aggression and really stop applying the pressure to writers and history lessons. The only way they gon' respect us is repercussions every time that they check us. Let's point the choppers in the proper direction, cause you and your eye fight the same oppression. Let's bang together. Cause I ain't your enemy, black man. Look who's doing the mass shootings, mass incarceration. Boys, show ain't the black man. Need to find common ground with each other and break a play down in the huddle and build up around one another and learn how to move through the struggle as sisters and brothers. Cause trust me, if not, we...
And he's got more than a few tracks for his 420 supporters, but here's just one of them, along with some conscious perspective on it.
Press the plug for nits and dimes, ain't never had a pack. Now I hit my doggy, chop that brick down like a battle axe. Some smoke in, burning both ends. At the least, I'm spinning 410s. Had me float 10. Slave catchers out patrolling, just don't get roped in. You know they keep dispensaries open to rub our nose in. That contradictory. Until we start reversing them charges, won't be no victories. Quarterbacks was sitting brothers down for a quarter century. Had the nerve to grow them $1 billion weed industry. Since everybody got outside, I hope we peak the real enemies. Woo. But I digress, I try my best not to go and pop that when I be high like this. Boy, them brakes went out.
He's also got several songs with our previous entry, Translee. It's no surprise the love for conscious music brought them together.
Hey, I'm back on this side again. Flipping a 5 to 10. Don't mess with the vibe I'm in.
Hey, we making them rhyme again. We catching our stride and finding win. Now everyone chiming in. We gotta find time for zen.
Yeah, and when the anxiety ends, I'm praying that God ain't having us paying for all of society's sins. They keeping us lost, that we don't know who, the what, the why, and the when.
No lie, I ain't replying again. People keep asking what's the cost, well, how much you trying to spend?
You in a designer, but they neighborhoods they ain't designed you in. When you headed nowhere, swear it doesn't matter kind of ride you in.
They pulling you over, still gonna open the cell and slide you in. You trying to make bail, the judge gon' ask how much you trying to spend.
They really be dying to win. You got the desire of being the boss, well, how much you trying to spend?
You know they say you can't afford it if you can't buy it again.
Just know you got what they support and get rich and hire your friends. But how much you trying?
Freestyle Face-Off. Now, you know we couldn't put you on to a group of rappers without letting you decide who was the best freestyler. Freestyling is an art form in itself, whether it's off the dome or using a pre-written and adjusting to the beat or a combination of the two. It's always a joy to see when someone does it well and has fun doing it too. We're gonna let you hear all 5 of our entries, go at it, and you decide who was the best. First up, Translee.
Translee, hit him up social media.
I don't always need a beat, I'm acapella ready. Know my cloth, I was on the Rockefeller heavy. I'm Machiavelli petty, put it in your mouth, don't hit me with the hezzy. I need that bone qui and that Becky, want the life of a dawn. Manicured lawns with the pawns, absorbing information like a sponge. Big lawyer, every case will get expunged. Table turn without Solange, I give them Drake vocals calm. I'm the one, I love my race. I'm on some Biggie, stepping out on faith. These sweeter than stepping the letter K. Neglecting her negligee, I'm respected in every state. I got old cash money like a Juvie verse. One verse of the whole world, now that's the universe. You too rehearsed, bring you to the hearse and put you through the earth. Buy your baby moms a Dooney Birkin, take her to the church. I'm ruthless, me and my ride is. Too many shots, too many woke chemo side biz. Too many deaths, too many old people sobbing over kids that was supposed to bury them. Now who gonna carry them? I guess we all got the death wish. Hard to focus on and now I'm on to the next bitch. And once I give a D, I'm hopping over the next fence. She like, damn, how come he don't want me, man? Like the Fresh Prince, I guess this feeling come from being treated reckless. Bitch, I'm that pissed. About to on all these cats. You just catnip. Cats ain't making no noise. You just cat piss. Catch me camping out, but it's in front of that courtroom. You'll never see me camping overnight for no Jordan shoes. Got priorities, too much pride to pride, prized possessions. Hiding my red eyes from the reverend shit. I'm mobbing good with the soul food. You old news. Ain't no logic in this game, but it has some pro tools. Food for thought in my lunch case is my funk sway. I won't stop until sway get in the scrunch face. I'm acing life and being blessed to see the camera, and I ain't looking for my ex. This ain't algebra. Trying not to give in to pussy power. Got me jacking my dick off in every shower. Let me pause for a second. These ain't good here like Becky. You would think all I drink is Dos Equis. Bullshit raps, mixing in with the message. That mean I got some karma coming in with my blessing. Whoa. Working out, I'm getting Gucci Man fit. Through them hula hoops again. Oh, that's hooligan shit. Direct deposits every day. Driving Uber and Lyft. Gotta keep the side hustle. Gotta do the Saks Fifth. Whoa. Hey, I'm in here, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
PBD Grey.
Yeah, plant-based dripping. Yeah, hey, I'm dogging out the Corolla. Car seat locked with a stroller. Baby girl around, yeah, we rockin' and rollin'. Still gotta watch for them rollers, yeah, I'm back in my baggie. I make sure the cash is lit, I'm clocking 6 figures, no flashes. I still a push past the Vic. I hop out and everything on me is black on. Can't say it enough, support is a must until we all up and we back on. Financial freedom's the backbone, time to equal the play. Minimum wage, got rid of them ways, it's simple and plain. If we make the wave, we need to get paid. I'm talking about right now, probably never hit us from a white mouth, but we the ones they trying to wipe out. When we built this country and the White House, yeah, we been here before them ships came. With the brainwashing and the thick chains, made us switch religion and switch names. Slay the bullshit and slick games. Cause you saying, boy, we hit round here. Everywhere I go, it's on the hit right here. Ain't shooting no blood or crit round here, but a racist, he can get built right here. 16 just to make us all to think. Before it's an unlawful thing, it can bring beauty in the awful pain when you speak your truth and then walk the plane. You feel me? Yeah.
Now, Henny Savant.
Henny Savant, I'm branding like a mug. All right, listen. Yo, I met a rapper that was better than but the alarm went off and in that second I woke up. You gotta be dreaming to try to defeat him. It's not even. It's seeming like I gotta be cheating. I'm nice, like Mr. Rogers, changed it into his penny loafers. Henny's doper than any flow and any culture. A penny forward, I wrote you, get me plenty dough. But the many flows that I wrote you broke without any dough. What? Do what you can't do. Move in the chapel and sample a pipe organ, a Mormon to chant to. Tougher than bamboo. Up in the Cancuns, this brother's a baboon. Just shut up, you damn fools, before I reach through the EQ and eat you. The eagle, the beagle, squeeze you weasels. I teach you how to evil Knievel with a trilingual speech to the people. Dudes is preschool. They don't know that I be coming off the top in shade 45. Savant when I'm live with the freestyle. In the meanwhile, I'm about to let the beast out. Yo, I love this beat now. What should I do when I come off the top of the dome? You know, the cat with the flow. Ridiculous rhymes. Ridiculous rhymes is from the Wizard of Oz. You gotta get with the vibe. I know you loving it when I rap this. While in the back, they watching classic VH1. You can see I come from the top of the mind and straight from the tongue to the drum. It connects the rhythm. They be like, O-H-E-N-E. He be dropping wisdom
Talk
constantly.
about Trump.
Vibe with me. Trump. Man, I think of him, I think of dump, cause that's what I want to take. That dude's a slump. Chump. Realize that I come from the top of the dome. Y'all ain't feeling me.
Talk about Golden State Warriors.
Look, I am straight victorious, taking over. I'm like the Golden State Warriors. Look, matter of fact, it's glorious the way I get on the track and I be killing it. Before this is Savant killing this non-stop with the flow. It is brilliant. I know you feeling it. I mess around and get militant on some Bob Marley. You would
Talk
not
about
hardly.
the countries in Africa.
Look, when I rap to you cats are amateurs. Y'all thinking that we just in trees out in Africa. Till I sit back and laugh at you. Matter of fact, bring it back when I drop the rhymes from straight Nigeria to Ghana. I'm only getting on the track just to rip this so prolific. They be like, oh, it's gifted. You like that because I got flow. This is something that you could vibe with, like my people in the Congo. And I know I could play the game like a bongo. Look, this how I go
Who's your
when I
top
freestyle.
5 MCs?
Pac,
from the gate because he came with the emotion. Realize when I speak on the track, I don't say I'm whack. I shouldn't, cause I be boasting when I say I'm the truth. I got to be. You can see this is prophecy. Vibe with me. I do this constantly. You said the top 5 I see. Okay, the top 5 MCs. You said Pac. I think after that is Chris, cause Chris is so ridiculous, and Chris has spit the flow that'll rip this ish. Constant, wait, I could say curse, rip this. I know it seemed like I came with some church folk, but realize what I do just ain't no joke. The freestyle is so ridiculous, so I said Pac and Chris, this time for me to continue to spit. It's after Pac, I guess it's big, then after that, it should be Nas, though. I don't know, man. I'm losing my mind, though. I'm still trying to come with the rhyme. You know, I'm still on that gospel. I'm still over there with the keyboard, but at the same time, I freestyle, so I never be fraud.
Talk about Shade 4-5, man.
The Shade 4-5. You know my man Sway and Sway the Boys Live. I said boy, cause I be repping that Philly-ish. Realize what I do is so damn brilliant. Look, Heather B straight swaying, back and forth like my man swaying. Tech, he said it's still around. So actually, I sound like a goddamn clown. Listen, I be constantly ripping freestyle, which means it's not written. You rap cats, y'all don't get my permission to get on the stage. If you do, then I'ma rip them. Quicken, seconds, I don't think you understand it. I'm the new Quicken, I mean DJ. Replay, sorta like instant. In the instant, I rip this ridiculous constant.
Real up.
This is early in the morning. This is not the best I can do, but I'm
your best is a lot of your thing.
Oh, Henny Savant.
Know the name.
Oh, he's in the game, man.
Absolutely.
He's in the game.
Next, D1.
President ain't my priest, my governor ain't my God, my mayor ain't my master, I gotta bring it hard. East Side, Ninth Ward, New Orleans, what I claim. Everybody want the platform, nobody want the pain. Man, I came in this game and I paid my dues. $1 million hustler, I'm making major moves. I'm Tupac, MLK, and Detroit Red, but all the girls say I look like Chris Brown with dreads. Everybody got a gift and a passion. Rapping is my gift, so you could call this gift rapping. I switch fast and elevate without warning. You can't stop this heat, my verse is like global warming. Plus the boy charming, plus the boy intelligent. All I wanna do is be real, righteous, and relevant. I ain't at the top, but I'm climbing up the ladder. So I work like a slave, but I serve the right master. Faster, been on my grizzly, but learning patience. Gather wisdom by reading Corinthians, Galatians. Natural disasters, plaguing all the nations. These the times they was talking about in Revelations. Man, the devil tried to use me like a fool. Had me speaking evil and be thinking it is cool. Ooh, no, that ain't what I'm here to do. Man, I'm 3 minus 4 plus 2. The one hotter than the sun. My album just dropped, feeling like a big dog having fun. And I don't chase money, but don't get it twisted, boy, cause I hate money. Couldn't afford Jordans growing up on my block. Now instead of Nike shoes, I buy Nike stock. Yeah, I stack my paper, I invested. Too bad we been psychologically molested. Peace of mind is priceless, find it then protect it. Haters at an all-time high, don't get infected. Stay focused on your own lane, that's that mission vision. Always pray before you make a big decision. Yeah, remember any day could be your last. So remember every day to learn, love, and laugh. Yeah, remember life is a test. Align your passion with your purpose, you'll see success. Love, life is easy, but we make it complex. Trying to figure out why we're here and what's next. I broke it all down, I made it real simple. Pay close attention, the game is all mental. David defeated Goliath back in the day, and he did it with a slingshot. Listen what I'm about to say. We all got Goliaths in our lives, pay attention. Poverty, hatred, some more that I'ma mention. Racism, depression, anxiety, and more. Here's what you gotta do to even up the score. Find your slingshot, use it to your advantage. That's your gift, your passion, your talent. Use your slingshot to defeat your Goliaths. Now that's gangster. You should try it. My album's out. You should buy it. God is the greatest. You can't deny it. Love, you can't deny it. Hold up, love. Ballin' like I was Pippin, flossing like it's my mission. All glory to God, he put me in this position. Partner, if you ain't winning, in the hood we don't listen. Think I ain't getting money? I would say you was tripping. All of this legal though, ain't no flipping chickens in kitchens. Hard to fit in my pocket, so pardon me if I'm tripping. Pardon me if I'm tripping, I'm getting out of breath. But I'ma have to kill the 5 fingers of death. So let's get it poppin', poppin' for sure. From the Mac to the Mel to the Cali, yo. I'm from that 504, I hold my city down. I'm the king of my city, I hold the crown, but I don't need the crown. I don't want that. D1 got money, I don't flaunt that. Why? Cause I don't drive a Maybach. But guess what? I finished paying Sally Maybach. Yeah, look. Hold up. Come on. One more.
That's D1, 5 fingers of death.
Let's go.
Keep flowing.
Keep flowing.
Come
Hold
on,
up,
man.
hold up. He ain't ready. He ain't done.
Life's
Wonder.
too short for you to lie so much. You can't hold me down, but you try so much. I'm special. You ain't gotta ask why so much. So chill for my angels in the sky roll up. You taking shots on the internet, relax, boy. A hater can't stop a blessed man, facts, boy. You used to have a local buzz, now you old and broke. You dunking on a 6-foot rim, your goal's too low. What? You dunking on a 6-foot rim, your goal's too low. You dunking, look. I got the baddest girl in the whole school. Why you hating on the young and I don't even know you? If you sleeping on the young and I'ma have to show you. I'm the man around here. I thought that was old news. What it do? Watch me step front to back, right to left. Shake a hater off like I caught the Holy Ghost. Yep, ayy, gotta get it, we grinding. Ain't no time for no yawning. I beat the sun up like an angry parent. Good morning. Off the door, I gotta get it. Off the head, throw on the fit it. Girls love it, haters feel it. Got to talk them young and feelings. Ain't no other way to spin it. They be talking, but I live it. I'm the man, I'm really serious. Like, yeah. Woo. You don't believe in Leduno? You don't believe in Diuno? You don't believe in Diuno? Let's go.
Hold up, you holding them.
What you got? What you got?
You heard them.
What you got?
No, hold up. That's good.
The rap game's just like a sport. Gotta look good for the TV. So I stay fly like 3'6", ballin' like I'm 6'3". Drafted me low, Tom Brady. Now I'm the one, McGrady. Running this thing, Barry Sanders. Serving y'all boys, Pete Sampras. Always smiling, Derek Jeter. Swing for the fences, Mark McGuire. I don't use no steroids either. In other words, no ghostwriter. ESPN, I'm breaking news. Tell TNT, I'm Shaq in the Fool. I dabbled in rapping. What happened was that I became Carl Lewis. Now I'm running these tracks.
Oh!
You hear me?
We got a hyena up in here.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it?
That's enough.
Last but not least, LaRussel.
Money can't save you, drugs can't heal you. When you out of touch, it's hard for to feel you. Stress from the shame and the guilt to really kill you. Feeling like they owe you, but keep letting them bill you. When you break the mold, don't forget about the meal. It's hard to conceive the things me and mine have achieved. Made enough cheese to run away to Belize. Chose to stay home, I'm giving them inspiration. Knocking down walls, rebuilding with insulation. Tessie just dropped, she building a brand adjacent. 10,000 shots, I could never get complacent. Ever spend 50K a month to get your people right? Move from the hard and it's still hard to sleep at night. Started therapy, but this don't really help. Still trying to redeem past versions of yourself. This is life rap, my really like that. Nowadays I'm willing to die to get my life back. Everybody want a piece, ain't nobody offer peace. Labels don't respond, they're ashamed at what they offer me. You should be. They only told you what I could be. Guess it ain't tell you who I would be. Thank you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains but you still let them hang you. Your real ops got your contract. Wendy Day is the person you should contact. Wanted all the smoke and call contact. Lot of big chains on little men, they brittle men. Never seen them on either end, they middlemen. Ain't nobody rap good as Hove except me. Ain't nobody work hard as me except he. Same day release, up mixed until 3. Invisible ink was written, be hard to see. All-terrain Crocs in a pro club tee. Still going viral, the people here for me. What? I ain't headline, but the people here for me. What? Your set looking bleak, cause the people here for me. A lot of rap, but they don't rap like this.
Will Smith don't slap like this. This the new wave. Why you always on this head? Shit, I'm too paid. Talking like they got the juice. It was Kool-Aid. Throw the whole cup away. If you got a boss, you not a boss. Stay the fuck away. Keep your little trash deal. Before I sign to y'all, I'll overdose on Advil. Stop playing with me. We done came a long way from turf grass and canopies. They calling me genius. Used to be insanity. I'm him now. Let them bridges burn. I can swim now. Big fish, I got a fin now. Huh?
Big fish, he got a fin now.
Fin now.
Motherfucker. What we doing? We
doing?
feeding the hood for 3 months at home. 4,000 albums sold on even 100K in revenue.
Hip-hop is an ever-evolving genre, and it's always dope to see someone new come up and hopefully change the game with their creativity and talent. So with that being said, out of the artists you saw in this video, who did you like the best? Let us know below. If you guys like this type of content, let us know, and maybe we'll make this a monthly series. Make sure to check out these other videos popping up on the screen. Help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.